Hey, hey, hey! I'm gonna wait to see if a few more people hop on before I start. Y'all see my tan? Y'all see my chocolate glow? Hey. I am sleepy. I think the jet lag is kicking in. So I almost fell asleep on you guys. I almost didn't make it, but I was like, I gotta do this live. It's important. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I am loving my chocolate glow. Hey, Tanya. So, hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. It is Listiner Inspires coming at you live with your evening espresso shot of inspiration. So, if you do not know who I am, my name is Listiner Inspires. I am an award-winning author. I am an international inspirational speaker, healing and recovery accountability expert and coach, and founder and creator of Healing is a Journey, a quarterly series of conferences designed to help those who have gone through trauma and abuse start living their best healed life. So I'm hopping on here. Usually I do my announcements at the end. I want to do my announcements in the beginning. First and foremost, I will be going consecutively and consistently live twice a day, bringing you 2 doses. You got it, 2 doses of espresso shot inspiration. The first one will be in the morning at 8:33 a.m. on my Instagram page, which is at Listiner _ Inspires. And then the second will be right here, 6:33 p.m. on my Facebook business page. The reason that I'm going on twice is because I realized that I have Instagram followers and I have Facebook followers, and I have not yet mastered the art of going dual live on both platforms. And so, and then also some people are morning people, some people are evening. Oftentimes they don't catch the replay. Though all my replays are uploaded to YouTube, I wanted my viewers, my audience, to get a chance to get a double dose, double dose of their espresso shot inspiration, because who can't use inspiration, right? And so that is my announcement, my first announcement. My second announcement is I am so excited to be a speaker at my lovely friend Tanya Reeves, who is on this live. Please drop your information, your event information in the comment section. I will be speaking at her event October 27th. I will be resharing that flyer out, as well as I will be at another speaking engagement November the 9th, the day after my birthday. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then also, I will be having a birthday get-together for all those who are in the Chicagoland area. And I also will have a birthday fundraiser that will benefit the community of Not By My Own. And so all of these announcements will be made this week. I will be dropping the announcements on both my business page and my personal pages for you guys to follow up, connect, support, share. So today's message, without further ado, is your next, yes, God, is your next level up, right? So, before I even forget, I made an announcement earlier today, and I wanted anyone who's attended my conferences, has had a coaching session with me, or has purchased one of my books. I would love for you guys to provide me some feedback, testimonials. You can provide it directly on my Facebook business page. If you have one of my books, you can go to Amazon.com and go under my authors page, and you can drop the review there. And so I'm running a little giveaway contest. Whether you loved it, liked it, or hated it, however you felt about it, your review, your thought matters to me, because I want to create things that are going to be beneficial and people will be interested in receiving. And so definitely let me know how you felt about either the conference or coaching session, or your books, post it on my business page. And once you do that, screenshot it for me, because I will enter your name in a raffle to win a, drum roll please, a VIP ticket to my December 28th conference. VIP tickets are valued at $45. They include a copy of one of my books that comes out. So my next book that's coming out is my Dreams and Goals Journal. It includes that plus entry into the actual conference. You get a little goodie bag. It's awesome. And so I wanted to just drop that in the beginning, because I don't know if this message is going to get deep where it's going to go, and I don't want to forget about that. So without further ado, today's message is your next yes, God, is your next level up. So I'm still studying 1 Samuel, and I was reading 1 Samuel 26:23 through 25. And so I'm going to read that to you and then give you some insight on what that was about. So it says, the Lord gives his own reward for doing good and for being loyal. And I refuse to kill you, even when the Lord placed you in my power, for you are the Lord's anointed one. Now may the Lord value my life, even as I have valued yours today. May he rescue me from all my troubles. And Saul said to David, blessings on you, my son. You will do many heroic deeds, and you will surely succeed. So this scripture, I was studying this morning, and it spoke to me because if you don't know this story, I'm learning it as well. Saul was out to get David, out to kill David out of jealousy, because God had appointed David to be king. And Saul didn't like that. And so, out of jealousy comes rage and death. And so David had an opportunity to do harm, to really get rid of his enemy. But he said yes to God, to be obedient and to not do any harm to him, because God had said not to. God will handle and fight his battles. And so literally in the next chapter, 27, 1 Samuel 27 is when Saul passes, that he dies during battle. And David he didn't have to really do anything, and after that transpired a series of events that placed David into his position where God had called him to be, which was king. And so it resonated with me, because I remember about 4 years ago, I was at the lakefront and I told God, yes, I want to do your will. What that looked like at the time, I didn't know. I just knew that my life, everything I had survived, everything I had gone through, everything that could have taken me out hadn't. And so I knew that God had a greater purpose for me, but I just didn't know what yet. And I felt like saying yes to God, instead of trying to do it my way, instead of fighting it, instead of being resistant, that saying yes to God will help me to understand what my purpose on this earth really was. And so as I think about what happened 4 years ago with me saying yes to God, now fast forward to 2019, I am an award-winning author. I've spoken at various platforms. I've spoken in other countries. I have founded and created a conference that helped others to start healing. And I just traveled on a cruise and was empowering and speaking women about what happens after you survive domestic violence, that next level, right? And I am in this moment where I'm like, man, I am living my dreams. I always dreamed of traveling the world and inspiring people. That was always something that I dreamed of. And I always would just imagine going to different continents and countries and, eating, because I love to eat, and connecting and inspiring and just enjoying the world as God created it. And I am a walking manifestation of God's dream, or my dream that God has made come to reality. And the feeling is amazing. The feeling is awesome. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, so I'm setting my own schedule. I'm able to spend time with my son. I'm able to build out my business and my brand and my ministry. And I am in this place where, like, God, this is so surreal. Like, this is happening. This is like real time. I'm even planning my next few trips. I'm planning out next year. And I started to really think, like, I'm here. But I want to help other people realize how I got here, because my journey has not been an easy one. If you know my story, you know the history, the long history of abuse I've suffered, I've experienced, from beginning from the hands of my own mother up until a relationship that, I had to let go of. And so, you know that the path that I got here has not been easy, but it took one yes to God that allowed everything to shift. One yes that allowed everything to go to the next level, for me to propel, for me to start to really see who I am and to value that past that I thought really was something to be ashamed of, which is not. I'm using that past to help shape and mold my future, and to help others shape and mold their future. And so I just wanted to reflect on that, but I wanted to share, because when God drops nuggets into my life, when God reveals things to me, and it helps me to get to a certain point in my journey, I want to help others. I feel like, what's the point of you getting to a certain point and you can't reach back and help anyone else, right? And so I thought about, what does saying yes mean, right? And so the last live I did before I left, I talked about surrender, obedience, and faith. And that will be the 3 key words that I will be focused on for the rest of this year, and consistency. But the 3 top things is obedience, surrender, and faith. So I didn't just say yes to God, right? I didn't say like yes and then go back and do what I was doing. My yes was an act of obedience. It ignited something in me that required a shift in how I think and how I move and how I allow myself to be in certain spaces. So when I said yes, I literally spoke a trajectory of change into my life, right? What happened was, people that I normally hung out with, I no longer hung out with them. And not because they were bad people, but my time was different. I started to have to show up in certain spaces that made me uncomfortable, like networking and moving around individuals that had millions of dollars and thousands of dollars in business and all that, and moving in spaces where I felt uncomfortable and I felt like, I don't think I belong here. But God was setting me up to understand, you do belong here. You are of value. And so once that happened, I started to realize who I was. But it wasn't an easy process, right? I had to really understand what I was doing, being wholehearted, being faithful, obedient, and open myself up to receiving all that God has for me, which was the overflow, which is what you're seeing now. When you're seeing me post and share about, I'm going to be speaking at this event, I'm going to be doing this. That was because I said that yes, and God started to ordain my steps, right? But I wanted you to understand, how is that possible in your own life? Because you too, I believe everyone has dreams and goals. I believe everyone has something that they want to do and they don't know how to do it, or they have not been given the right opportunities to do it, right? So for me, speaking was something that God has assigned to me. God has said that's what you're going to be doing. But my dreams was always to travel. My dream was always to inspire. Always to be an author. And so I'm doing that, but my books have given me the platform to actually go into certain spaces and speak about what I've been through, speak about my experience. You want to know what's the best teacher of anything? Experience, right? And so, no, I don't have a degree. No, I did not finish college, because my mind was always racing. But I did not allow the circumstances of things that I thought would hinder me to stop me from being what I needed to be. And so I wanted to leave you with three key pieces of advice, 3 steps to help you to really understand why your yes is important and how to even connect with that yes into God, right? So first is, your desire to want more will produce a need for change. If you notice, I said that I wanted more for my life. I wanted a purpose. I didn't know. I felt like that I had a purpose, but I wasn't tapping into it, right? So once you have a desire for more, once you look around, you realize like there has to be more. Like for me, I did not want to just work and then die. Like I felt like there was more to it. That was a whole lot of life to be living. That God created this whole earth for me to explore it, like the entire world. I want to see every nook and cranny of the world there is, because why would he create the world and tell me to stay right here in Chicago or right here in the United States? No. Baby girl's gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna take my son with me until he's old enough to buy his own ticket. And I'm going to explore every part of this earth that God has created, because it is my playground. It is where I was designed to be. My ministry is in the world. So that's where I will go. So that first thing is to know that, or to desire more. Once you start to desire more, the desire in you to want more and to know there's more will produce a new change, because change is seeking something different. Change is like the shifting, the shift, the trajectory, the moving of things. And once you are shifting your perspective by wanting more, the change in your mindset comes, right? Number 3, I'm sorry, I skipped from 1 to 3. Number 2, letting go of the old to make way for the new. Once your mindset has shifted, you will start to see things differently, and some things you cannot do. If you have been used to just balling out, going out to the clubs or lounge or whatever you do every weekend, but now you're wanting to change, and you maybe empowerment speaking is your thing, maybe running a business, you're going to have to invest your time in things that are going to build what you want to do. And so for me, the things I used to do was, like, I liked to drink. I had to cut back on that. I made sure that the time that I invested was in activities that were going to teach me things I didn't know about business, like hiring a coach, going to classes, attending seminars, things that would help me build the knowledge, going to networking events, because I know I needed to meet individuals that were where I wanted to be, so I needed to connect with them. Putting myself out there, because I was always that reserved, quiet, keep to myself type person. So putting myself out there, speaking more on things that matter to me in a positive light. So I had to shift how I move and shift how I do things. Number 3, increase your knowledge of God. This is important. By spending time with Him, and no more secondhand faith. So what secondhand faith is, God, because through your mama, your grandmama, through, that praying mama on the block, that neighbor, that's how you got to know God, right? That's great. We all have to, sometimes God uses people to bring us closer to Him. But once He uses that person to bring us to Him, it's on us to get to know Him for ourselves, right? And so establishing my own personal relationship with God, learning who Christ is, and really solidifying my faith has really been what has really definitely helped me propel to the next level. You hear me talk a lot about, I'm reading this chapter. I get up with my cup of coffee and I call it my Jesus and my cup, my time with God. I am serious about that. That is something that if I am rushing out the door and I don't allow myself time to sit with God, I can tell I'm off. I feel off throughout the whole day. So developing your own personal relationship with God is what's going to keep you from going astray, because people always tell you about their experience, but there's nothing about your own experience. There's nothing about realizing how amazing He is by way of seeking Him. What does that look like? For me, it's just get up in the morning, writing in my journal, reading, listening to Him when He tells me what to study, and understanding sometimes I might not know why I'm studying a certain chapter. But once I get to it and I realize, that's why, it clicks. And so those are the 3 things I want to leave you with. The first one is your desire to change, your desire to want more. The second one, letting go of the old things to make room for new. And third, increase your knowledge of God by establishing a relationship with Christ. And these are the 3 things that I personally believe, when you're saying yes to God, will propel you to your next level. Whatever that next level may be for you. We all have a level. We're constantly growing. We're constantly on this journey. And you staying stagnant, all that does is makes you feel less than. It holds you in a place of shame, defeat, rejection. It does not allow you to grow. And God is not about stagnant. He is not about non-growth. If you look around us, trees change color, the grass dies and grows. Everything is about change and growth, and so we shall be too. It's the same way. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you for sharing, for watching. Please make sure you share, because sharing is caring. And like I always say, if you never know who in your network might need this information. Also, I will be starting back doing my blogs. I will also be sending out newsletters and updates. So if you want to be part of my Rebel Inspired community and to be the first to receive updates and things that are coming, in the Rebel world with Listiner Inspires, inbox me your email. I won't share with anyone. I will make sure I add you to my mailing list so you can be a part of the updates and the new things to come. Early bird ticket registration is open now for the conference December 28th. If you missed September 28th, no worries. December 28th is about to be off the chain. I have some amazing speakers that are about to be showing up. I am super excited because December 28th is the last conference of this year. It's about dreams and goals. So for the next 3 months or however many days and months until December 28th, everything I talk about will be catered and geared towards dreams and goals, because I am passionate about living a life that you want to be in, being able to wake up and be excited and happy that you are alive. And so that is part of the healing journey. God speaks so much into me that I have to share it. And one of the things that I heard God tell me is that He does not want us to take our past into the present. And a lot of times when we've gone through trauma and abuse, we hold on to so much of that baggage from the past, and we wonder why we're not where we want to be. Well, God doesn't want us to take that old into the new. He needs us to give that to Him. And sometimes that means starting your healing journey, starting to walk through that forgiveness, starting to walk through facing your fears, starting to walk through understanding what your purpose and identity is. And then you come to your dreams and goals. No worries if you missed the first 3 conferences. That does not mean that you cannot attend this one, because guess what? God will still meet you in the place. That is a private location for now. I hope to see you then. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this live, make sure you share. And remember to be bold, be unashamed, be free, be healed, and most importantly, be you. I love you all. Have a blessed day.